Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a game review of Lorelai, an indie horror game. The developer is Harvester Games, the publisher is Screen 7. It came out in 2019, it's got very positive reviews and it's currently for £8.29, a bit of a random number, in Steam. Single player, achievements and trading cards with partial controller support, and it's for Windows 7 all the way up to 10. The little she had was taken away, but Lorelai refuses to give up. She will fight, and not even death will stop her from getting it all back. So I've played the full game. I have linked it at the end of this video so you can watch it if you want to. It's hard to explain, but basically it's quite a polished game. As in the graphics are very polished, and I mean, some people would say they're not, but I'll explain why. So I've played the first two of the trilogy, which was Cat Lady and Downfall, and in those the animations were very jerky. It was more, it felt like it was more drawn as opposed to computer drawn, if that makes any sense. The death scenes and the violence and stuff like that was more graphic, not completely, but just the way it was done. That was for both of them. And then this one came out and it was very, very smooth compared to the other two. So it kind of felt like a bit like you're playing a completely different game, or like he's tried a whole new game engine to create this. I don't know if he has or hasn't, but it felt completely different to this. You don't have to have played the first two to play this one. It's like I'm just jumping backwards, but if you play Downfall, you don't really need to play Cat Lady to understand Downfall, except for certain characters. And the same with this one. There's certain characters. There's the main character that goes all the way through all three of them. But you still see in Downfall a character that appears, and you go, oh, that's from Cat Lady. And it was the same in this one. You watch and you're like, oh, that's from Cat Lady, or that's from Downfall. That image at the background is from Downfall. So that's the only thing that would connect them. But you don't need to just sit there and go, oh god, I want to play Lorelai, but that means I have to play Cat Lady, then I have to play Downfall, then I have to play Lorelai to find out what's going on. It's like, no, you don't. It kind of helps a little bit, but you could watch somebody else's or understanding that way. But the story was good. It's the usual thing where you have many options of which way you want to go with the dialogue. You pick things up in your never-ending pockets as usual, and you can do various things with it, but there's not like many sort of point-and-click games where you spend ages just collecting loads of stuff. You only pick up a couple of things, which is fine. It's a bit weird doing the combined thing. I don't think that was on the first one or two. I can't really remember, but this one's a bit more of a bit different. The characters, yeah, okay. I think I like Zach out of this one. I always like a character from each thing. The only downsides I would say there's a couple. One is when because you can't turn the music off or down, it's just on. But sometimes when she's speaking, and it's a good thing to have subtitles on, she'll be speaking and the music's blaring out, but you can't really hear her speak, but you can read it, if that makes any sense. And I think there was 2 or maybe 3, definitely 2 that popped up, and the third was a complete one, where the game crashed. I was playing along and it's like, oh right, I'm going to go over here, and all of a sudden, boom, on desktop. I was like, what the hell? And then you click on the game to go back into it, and it says the game's crashed. Send this to the developer. I don't know if that will still count because it came out a few years ago. But I'm going to see if I can upload my my crashed files or whatever it is, dev report or whatever. But that was the only thing. But when it crashed, it didn't sort of then knock you back so far. It was literally, it saves every, very, very quickly a lot of times, auto saves. So when I went back in, it was just like, oh, that's okay. Apart from the AA scene, where I had to do the backspace, which you could skip the dialogue, which was an absolute bonus because it crashed right there. But yeah, apart from that, it's a decent game. Decent game. I highly recommend it. Like I said, I do kind of partially recommend playing the other two first, or watching the other two. Cat Lady and Downfall, purely because it has the characters in there that carry through the main one. But like I say, you can still watch this without having to understand the other two. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this little game review of Lorelai. I have linked the Let's Play of Lorelai into this, and I think I will. I'll put in the two game reviews of Cat Lady and Downfall into this video as well, so at least you can watch those if you want to as well. And in there, obviously in the little mini reviews, I've got the link to the Let's Play, so I'm just going to do it that way, and you can watch that and you can see what I mean about the difference in graphics. Please subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I've got other games in my channel, that many horror games. Give me the old thumbs up if you like this video, and leave a comment in the comment box below if you play this game. Do you have the same feeling I did about the polishedness? I don't know if that's even a word of it. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.